Hi, Candace.
Hi.
Welcome to livestrong.com. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
You've sort of created a new career for yourself where you've brought health and balance to the forefront of your life.
Mm-hmm.
What changed for you? Was there a moment that inspired you to pivot towards health and fitness?
Well, health and fitness have always been a big part of my life. Even growing up, especially growing up in front of the cameras. But what changed is I found my enjoyment for health and fitness, probably when I hit my 30s. But so it was something that was always a part of my life, but it always felt more like a struggle and like, oh, I have to go work out today.
Yeah.
Or, I shouldn't eat this, I can't eat this. And I should be eating this. And it was always kind of a downer in a way. And then, it doesn't hurt to be married to a professional athlete. So my husband was always very encouraging because fitness obviously has been a huge part of his life and career. And so I learned a lot from him and taking cues from him. And in my 30s, I finally found the types of exercises that I really liked. And then, especially having had my children, I felt so many changes in my body. And then finding fitness that really worked for me and then made a difference for me physically and mentally was a game changer. Growing up, I always thought, oh, I have to go to a gym and I have to get on the treadmill or the Stairmaster. And it was so boring.
Yeah.
Like, I hated it, but I would just plug away at my 45 minutes on a machine. And then when I found classes, not necessarily at my gym, but like spin class and Pilates and bar class, I realized how much I enjoyed working out with other people. I liked the energy in there, and I thought, oh, these are amazing exercises, and I'm not bored, and there's great music, and that's what changed everything for me. I also found out how much I loved lifting weights too. That's my favorite thing. Like, I love strength training because my cardio is not that strong. It's like that's the worst thing, although I need to do it. But so I still love spending time in the gym, but I like it to be more focused. And if I'm able to work with my trainer, that's the best. And then to lift weights under supervision too has been incredible.
So looking back on your life, when did you realize that there's no such thing as a perfect body and that that's okay and you felt okay with it?
I mean, I feel like since I was very young, since I was 9, 10, 11, I knew my body wasn't perfect. I think some of that had to do with the fact that I grew up on television. And so I'm always being fitted for clothes and my costume, and I became very aware of it and conscious of it. And self-conscious of it too, when I was quite young.
Of course.
And then what's around you? Like my mom, who's wonderful and I love, but she has been on a constant diet her whole life.
Yeah.
So even modeling that as a child, when I was a child, always seeing my mom jump from like one diet to the next, and none of them ever worked, and it was always a struggle. Like, that played a big part in my own body image.
Like, what are some ways that you talk to your daughter about her body?
In a crazy way. It's like the one thing I can actually like be thankful about the Kardashians for is that like booties are back.
Yeah, curves are cool.
Their curves are cool,
Yeah.
and I think that is a different mindset for some young girls.
That's
And anyway, so the conversations I think I've had with my daughter I've never had to console her in a way that I may have wanted to be consoled as a teenager, because she is confident.
Right.
And I think a difference is I haven't done yo-yo dieting, and we have always modeled in our house healthy eating and exercise. And we're like, and if you want to eat the junk food, eat it. Go exercise.
Yep.
Like, just exercise. Make that a part of your day. And that has been what my kids have done growing up. I mean, we had them always playing sports. They still play sports, but always physically active. So food was never, it was never the prize. It's never the the thing of encouragement.
Right, or something to keep away from them.
Right.
Right, to
It's just
deprive
like
them, yeah.
enjoy it, have fun, but if you know you're eating stuff that isn't good for you, make sure you go play and
Yeah.
go exercise in some sort of way.
Yeah.
I feel more indestructible in my 40s than I did in my 20s, which
Cool.
is kind of like crazy, and I
Yeah.
love it. But I do feel so much more confident with myself and who I am, and I'm comfortable with me. And I think that comes with age,
Yeah.
with everybody.
Right.
And like I said, learning to find the enjoyment in it has been amazing. And not only from a physical standpoint, but hugely a part of the mental, because it's such a big stress relief in my life. It helps me just focus, and it gives me mental clarity.
Yeah.
So exercise isn't, it's not just about the way I look in clothes. There's so much to manage, and I realized that taking that half an hour or 1 hour to pour into myself makes a world of difference. But the physical part, even more than, because it's physically, it's mentally, and it's also spiritually. So my spiritual life is a huge part of my life that keeps me grounded and focused as well. And but I need that physical part to be able to balance everything that I'm doing, because it is stressful. And I know I can tell immediately within my body, because I've been doing it long enough now, that if I'm stressed out or something's going awry in my day, of which type of coping mechanism will work the best. Whether it's like, hey, I need to go spend time with God. I just need to be quiet and listen. Or like, no, there's something like, I can feel the pains in my body, thinking like, I just need to go out and go for a run. I need to sweat it out. I need those endorphins, and it can change my mental attitude if I'm just like having a crummy day and like have a bad attitude. You know, I know that fitness will just change it.
So being a working mom with 3 teenagers and just surviving every day, what are maybe 2 or 3 things that you do every day to make you feel good? Almost like your healthy habits that you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a few. I mean, my first one, in the morning, I start my day off with prayer and giving my day to God. That just changes my attitude, puts my heart in the right place, with a mindset to be kind and serve other people. And then some of I drink like apple cider vinegar, like tablespoon of that with a tiny bit of honey. And that
First thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, and that just kind of like helps my digestion. And I love to do, I talked about it in the book, is body brushing. My friend who plays my mom in some of my TV movies, Mary Lou Henner, taught me about body brushing, and it is like, that was a life changer. Brushing, like skin brushing, dry brushing your skin, it invigorates it. It gets off all the dead skin cells, and I almost feel like I've worked out after I've done a body brush, and you do before you go into the shower.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every morning. It's like brushing your hair, but we don't think to brush our skin, but we
Right.
should.
Right.
And
Why would we
it's-
stop at our hair?
Yeah. So it's incredible. And that's very important to me at night, is to always take my makeup off. I know so many women just, you get tired and you're like, forget it.
You just crash.
It's so important, though, to take care of your skin.
Right.
And so making sure that I am fresh-faced before I go to bed and put all my creams and all that stuff on, just make me feel really good. And then I wake up feeling good.
Those are really helpful tips. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. You've given us such great insight into your life and shared your health philosophies. And that's all we have for today. So thank you.
Great. Thanks so much.